Hello everyone, welcome back. It is spring now and I'm going to be planting some seedlings today. I've got some flower seeds here, some of my favorite flowers to plant in my garden. And I've also got some seeds that I kept from previous years. They've been in the freezer, so they should be fairly well preserved, but seeds that I've kept from other plants that we've had in our garden in the past. So we've got some watermelon there, some sunflower seeds, some peppers, some squash, and these are some Thai dragon hot peppers. I think those are some cucumber seeds as well, and those are the watermelon seeds there. So usually I end up buying my plants from a greenhouse nearby, and I find well-established plants more reliable. At least for me, I haven't got the best green thumb, but I decided just for fun to plant some of these seeds I have. It was finally a beautiful spring day, and it's just a lovely activity to do even if they don't turn out. So I've got this little planter here. I filled up all the pods with dirt, and I've planted my seeds in little rows, and then I labeled them because surely I will forget what is what, and we'll just add some water and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so welcome back. It's technically spring. Still kind of gives a little bit of winter vibes, but we finally are almost rid of all the snow. So this is the first glimpse of the chickens. I haven't recorded them hardly at all, I don't think at all, over the winter. There's obviously a few new things going on here. One, I gave them a pumpkin today. That's not really new or interesting, but I was looking for my seedlings in the freezer, and when I was in the freezer I went, oh my god, there's pumpkin halves that I saved from last fall, and I completely forgot to give them over the winter. But today was like 15 degrees out. It was actually warm enough for this to thaw out. So you can see they've eaten some, which is nice, but this snack should last them a couple days maybe, or at least till tomorrow if they want to wait for it to thaw out a bit more. Here's the girls. The one thing that happened over the winter, they obviously survived, all 6 of them. Over the winter, they unfortunately didn't love the cold. They actually had a heat lamp going for most of the winter, but before that, they actually got, you can see there, a bit of frostbite to like the tips of their crowns. And I hate that that happened. I wish I could have done something to stop it, and I know there are methods. I just wasn't prepared for such a thing. I didn't really know how that would work, but ever since we put the heat lamp in their coop, they I think they did a lot better. I think it was just some of those like really, really cold days, and I think it would have been inevitable because it wasn't just about the coldness inside the coop. It was more just like they spend all day outside and they don't really go in to warm up much. So I think it just happened kind of by accident. The little girls are obviously a lot bigger now. They're all laying, they've been all laying pretty much 6 eggs a day between the 6 of them. Sometimes we just get 5, but pretty much consistently 5 or 6 eggs a day. And yeah, we've been getting that all winter. They've been, obviously they're young enough that they've, been able to keep up. this one here that has the nice beautiful tail, I knew she was going to be a problem because she's been a problem from the start, but it's very obvious that I never see them doing it, but it's very obvious that she has a picking habit because the other two black and whites here have some red butts. So I'm going to try to figure out if anyone knows actually any methods. Obviously, please comment, but I was thinking, like, can I just put like some Vaseline or something? I know there's things to deter them more specific to chickens, but I'm like, can I just put some Vaseline on her poor red skin? She's not showing it right now and it's better off that way, but you probably saw it in some of the earlier clips. But yeah, like, I just don't like seeing the red skin with all the feathers picked off, so I want to try to prevent that. And they've always had calcium available to them. We've been giving them lots of protein over the winter. They got lots of egg meals. They ate their own eggs that we cooked them up with some chili peppers in it in the winter. So like, they've had a good diet. Like, I don't think it's anything lacking. I think this one here, this one is like the evil one of this trio now. They found their pecking order, and they're obviously quite a lot more integrated than they were last summer. It's definitely gotten better, but these girls are definitely still a bit more shy. So more to come on that, but this is like the first glimpse of them in the spring. We got an automatic door. That's another new thing that definitely helped a lot. And I can't wait to clean up this area. I just haven't been able to turn my hose on yet. I want to get out here and like give this place a good clean. Yep. This is like the last of the snow in the backyard. There's like a tiny little patch in the front yard and an even tinier patch here. And then we had the big winter storm that just happened at the end of March, beginning of April. We had no power for 4.5 days here, but a lot of people still had no power for like a week. So we were somewhat lucky. We had a generator, but yeah, a lot of trees broke. So this is just some wreckage from the trees. We're planning on getting the good old chainsaw out when my dad's here this week and, you know, chopping up these bigger pieces. But over here is a pile of branches that were from the tree in our front yard. The tree in our front yard just like lost a ton of branches. So that's the little pile that we've gathered, plus some chunks of the weed type tree growing in our front yard. So yeah, I'm gonna try to burn some of this soon. I'm hoping it continues to dry out and doesn't get too I hope it doesn't rain, so that way we can just start burning some of this stuff. I want it to dry out a bit more. But yeah, this is like the biggest of the tree branches that fell in our yard. I'm sure there's more back there in the forest, but like, if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone really hear it? So yeah, we'll have to get the bigger chainsaw out to hack this guy up. But yeah. Okay, this is like trigger warning because I just saw this myself. So if you don't like seeing gross things, skip ahead like, I don't know, 30 seconds. So this, yeah, that's a deer head. Don't worry about it. My dad had found a deer head on his property from someone who had killed a deer and like disposed of it there. It was not him. It was actually someone that was renting his cottage. But anywho, yeah, they just like dumped the deer head in the forest, and he decided, I mean, it actually looks like a pretty young deer. The antlers aren't even that big, but he kind of thought it'd be cool to keep a deer skull, which, I mean, ugh, you know, kind of icky in my opinion. I wouldn't bother, but I get it. People think that kind of thing is cool. So he didn't, without telling me in the fall, like, I think in like September, he like mounted this here so that it could just like sit here and decay over the winter. And anyway, let's stop looking at it. But yeah, he did that, and it's been decaying, that's for sure. And I didn't even know it was there. So he tells me about it one day, and I'm like, what if I had just come across this? Like, literally now I would have seen this for the first time probably, because I haven't been out here much in the winter. And like, that would have scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, geez, like, thanks for telling me. He told me this like in January or February. I'm like, that's just been there for like months and I didn't know it, because I don't really come this far in the winter. Like, this whole yard is just snow. So yeah, Oliver begged so hard today to get let outside, and I had to say no. And then this little freak just sprinted out the door, little Stella. So I'm gonna give her a moment because I feel bad for her. I think she likes outside more than she likes to admit. Uh-oh, Oliver's gonna be jealous. Uh-oh, we have a problem on our hands, okay. Gonna have to take this girl back inside. I'm done for the day, girl, but I'll give you this because you made it.